Hi everyone. Thank you for watching, supporting Dr. Sarah Yusher to this America and the world, and then as well as Dr. Sarah for U.S. Senator. Today I have a special guest invite. Eric Stamps, who is a political consultant. He is really devoted his life to serve a candidate. So we had many crime in California and homeless problem in California and the inflations. So he and me, we gonna have each communication together. So first, I want to introduction Eric Stamp. Could you introduce yourself or just a little bit? Yeah, whatever.
Oh, of course. Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here into the show. So I'm Eric Stamps. I'm a political consultant. I've been working with many candidates and committees all across the United States, focusing on economic issues, labor issues, and also just issues dealing with the economy. So what I'm passionate about is trying to help great people get elected to government all across the country. And that's, of course, why I have support for Dr. Sarah Liew. And happy to be doing this interview today, and of course talk about all these really important topics that are affecting Americans and people all over the world.
We have in the 5 questions. So Eric gonna ask me, and then I will answer those questions. So we have in the chat room already had the questions. So you can ask me I can answer that. Yeah.
Oh, of course. So I just want to start out with, of course, everyone knows that California is a very, one of the largest states in the country. It also has a large GDP throughout the world. But of course, lots of different problems are happening in California. So, what are your main priorities and main issues that you think that needs to be solved in California?
Has a lot of serious issues. This is a top 3 emergency issues we need to solve. I think that issue is inflations. Everyone is, inflation effective. Daily supplies, daily food is those inflations they go up. So we have to pay some more dollars. So I think that is now most people's concerning. Second, homeless issues is so serious. That's why I want to talk about those issues, homeless issue too, because it's since homeless issues is a long time, the same things. Even we put in so many budget there, spending $3 million, but still, same problem. So I'm gonna talk about those issues too, and fourth, third issues is we have a crime issues. It's more crime, ladies co-ops. We need a really had a solution to the crime. Depend police and the more secure business. We're gonna have a lot of things to do in California. Emergency issues. We do those 3 top issues. Yeah.
Yeah. So you said that inflation is number one. I just want to run down some numbers real quick that I got just from today. So inflation, of course, overall is up by 7.5% on the month. But when you break it down to different categories, gas is up 20%. Used cars is up 40.5%. It's almost cheaper to get a new car than a used car these days. Electricity is up almost 11%. And groceries, of course, they're up. The shelves are bare, and they're up 4%. So, how do you plan to solve the inflation crisis when you're raising it to DC?
First things is first, because those inflation cost, where is the inflations had a codes. We need to find out those codes. I think first of all, we have codes that are labor shortage, so we're not creating jobs that much. Now it's COVID, during COVID, there's more lost, people jobs, more closed business. So those factors make everything is increased. Price, index price is consumer index price, product index price is go up. So I think the first things we have to create jobs and then make more like business open and then available to, example, food chain supplies that, people, that product cost to go up because they cannot find out workers. More workers, labor wages go up, the productions cost go up. So that's why consumer end up, or the consumer have to pay plus everything. So that is really, burden everyone. So the main things we have to really, labor markets really have to be, labor powers needed to come back to before COVID. So now people's, get older, COVID-19's grant funds, deficits, all those spending money to, they have a short term, they can survive, but that cause also, inflation. So, government is spending lots of money. They print lots of money, and then we have to really burning our 80%, money to burn really solve those inflation, because dollar value is go down, and as well as you mentioned, so we go to the market, now it's like we have to pay like so many inflation price have to pay that are $100. We have like 10 bags, now is $100, only 5 bags. So we have daily cost, those service and products, we pay for that. So that is all really considerations. We really go for that. That inflation is, my policy is, we can bring the more like unskilled workers from the foreign countries, and then open the more immigration quota. And because of now is a food chains product supply is so low, that's why the price go up. And semiconductor, they cannot make up, they're higher price. We cannot even buy even used to car is more expensive because of there is people is not enough workers. So my policy is creations, jobs from here, as well as unskilled workers from in the all of place, right? Unskilled workers that immigrants, we can give more quotas. They coming to, then we can go down those inflations even mere short term. 1970, that time is Jimmy Carter has many problem with inflation. His policies, really, was put on. And the next president, Donald Reagan was really fight for the inflation. His economic really grows. So those, Donald Reagan's policy, I am supported. So we need to go back to Donald Reagan's, policy, because of he solved those inflation that time, as well as those Donald Reagan's policy is adopted by Donald Trump. Before the Biden administration, and Donald Trump was really focused on those the Reagan's Donald Reagan's policy. That's why we doesn't have inflation that time. So I'm going to, as a senator, because we have the right policy is feasible, because this is, we have a policy player, 3 part. One is government bodies who made a policy registration, as well as we have a civil society, and then we have a market. So we made such great policy if it does not implement, at the markets, or this is not really, feasible to, even we have a politically feasible, is really good, sounds good policy, but it's not implied at the market. Those policy will die. So now is the most political policy we have is, not like politically not supported by partisan, only, Democratic or only Republican. So we have to have a bipartisan agreement policy made, as well as those policy technically collectors, because many policies we did not like technically collectors, because they did not know about really where is caused this problem, where is we needed to solve. So all the government, they spending $3 million. That money is all the what happened is all the taxpayers cost. Later on we have to pay by inflations. We have to pay more taxes. Come back. So this is very important at this point. The inflation, because of policy makers and legislation makers, they needed to now is really really nearly leaderships to they need looking for those those codes. Where is the code? So prices have to be deducted as soon as possible, because the price go up like 1970 is now is you said it's 7.5%. The inflation we have to pay. If we pay $1 last year's, we have to pay $1.75. That because inflation. So this isn't really really we are normal like ordinary peoples. We cannot really control those economic America, but who are policy makers, they can do. So I think there's if I go to the Senate, because I went to Harvard law school and Harvard business school, Harvard education school, as well as Harvard Kennedy School, government. So I learned how make the policy, how can imply those policy, and through the markets we have technical collectors. So those are things we need really power over the leadership of this country. We are concerning inflation rate is CPI, consumer price index. PPI is product price index. So now the CPI is 5.25, and then PPI is products 20% go up. So this is really people's is burden. They don't want to buy home anymore. It's meaning the although construction jobs is lost labor's power, they're shut down. So that car dealers is no more inventories. There's semiconductor, no more made cars. So this is all coming because of decision maker who are political, the party that government should know that before this happened. They know if they spend that much money for the COVID, we spending money COVID, $3 billion, but the Biden administration 10% only spending, 90% is not go to the really COVID. Just they don't really focus on those that's why this happening. So they needed to really we spending every day's product and service. So if we go to the car, fix the car, and those we get the service is now is higher service. Only good for the inflation is lenders, because inflations go up and the lender get a more interest rates. I think that bring also people discourage for the buy the house. Everything is expensive. Business expensive. So I'm really supporting entrepreneur. This inflation is a cost to business, because those business learning is even we have secure those business, like putting the alarms, videos, and then security guys. Everything is we are burden more like cost, because we have to more pay. Then it end up, what happened? Business closed because they don't have enough cash flow because of those all spending. So this inflation should solve as soon as possible. Because of now everything is crisis. Supply chain is crisis. We need worker. The solution is we need worker. But the policymakers, they do not know about really this is a problem by the workers, but they know the problem, but they don't know how to get the workers. But my life is always had profit and non-profit, always training workers, always creation jobs, always helping a startup companies who creation jobs. So I think if I become senator, I know what exactly we need to do for the inflations. We have to support the business owners can sell, their product low, because all the consumer pay higher price. End up they don't have cash. They go to the homeless. They because they don't have food. Now they steal the food. So this is all the inflation is make our country poverty. So we have to really, really, work on it. So we have I mentioned that a very good policy for Donald Trump, as well as Lakers. So we are going to study more their policy, and then are going to support California.
Right, and you mentioned something that was important about this needs bipartisan support, because of course the way that the makeup in the House and Senate is right now, the way political polarization is in this country, when it comes to inflation, it's affecting everybody, no matter who you vote for. So we certainly need a bipartisan approach coming towards that. And also, I think that your experience as a business person can definitely offer some expertise and advice to those who don't know about really the way that the economy works, and about hiring and labor costs and all those issues. And you mentioned about how inflation, it can, of course, people having such tight budgets as it is already with wages and with jobs and whatnot. If people can't, have to pay more on groceries and other services, that means that they're probably going to be not able to pay their mortgage or pay their rent. And then what happens next? Homelessness. So you mentioned that, homelessness issues is also one of your biggest topics of concern. I'd like to know your policy about how to tackle the homelessness crisis in California.
So my homeless policy is, I want to really share those my life story too, because when I came in United States around 1995 and 1996, that time is I was just really surprised. I went to the Megara Park in Los Angeles. There is all people come to me, and then there is drug sellers. There is like many homeless. I was been devoted on sub Sunday after my own education pastor, Sunday school director. And after that, after my job finished, I go to the Megara Park, the homeless missions. One of my friend pastors too. I went there. There is a suddenly we give a lunch box to them. Suddenly, like almost 300 homeless coming all over the place. Those 3 p.m.s. So I see that I'm very surprised when I came to America. I was dreams America is a real riches, really had a beautiful things, everything. But when I came just 1 or 2 weeks. I find out is American homeless serious, but those homeless crime America is still same thing. It's more worse than that time. So now this today is like 600,000 America in 2020, no homes. So this is really big problems. To America. So everyone know about homeless issues, how crisis, but I want things is something, my policy, I want an introduction, because we have shortage time, right? So, the things is we have to understand the human beings, because, when, example, you go to the travels, you packing your baggage, right? So you put in the all like wash tools, like all the combing, hair, all the toothbrush, as well as you bring the clothings, and you bring some money of food. So same thing, like we need everywhere we go. We need even home, everywhere we go. Human beings need, those basic food and clothing and dwelling. But the homeless people is very difficult situations, because they don't have even those small like necessities as a human beings. So we have to understand those homeless needed first. That is my policy. We have to really needed to, because it's population of the homeless, we have to think different ways, because every policy we made is everything is the same, equal homeless, same level of homeless treat. But my policy is I have A, B, C. A category is homeless is able to work. B category homeless is be able to work, become able to work. C is cannot able to work. Like examples, there is a homeless populations. It's not like everyone is not unable to. Everyone is unable to, make a job, because 20% is homeless is mental disorder, 16% homeless chronic substance abuse. So another 64% homeless is still can work, right? So I wanted to calculate, analyze those three categories. First, able to work means, people can able to work a lot of it. They skillable. So that A categories, we can give jobs, and then we can, our policies have to make a job creation, those people who can able to also preventions have to focus, because many policy they are not focused on prevention. So my policy is focused on prevention. So we have my policies that are entrepreneur job creation support centers. People, A-class people can go there before they become homeless, and they can submit those applications. I don't have jobs. I might get a job 6 months. I will be homeless. And then, there is many entrepreneurs looking for job seeker, but they cannot find out. They can submit application to entrepreneur support center program, and then they can get those prevention homeless program, those applications, many lists they have. They can hire them right away. We can prevention those jobs, as well as those A category able to jobs people. We can, government needed to find out jobs for them, more like EDD service, more like workforce so service. We have to support them, and then more like non-profits. They can support those who are, contribution community for the training, job creations. We have to fund those them. Then we can really support those able to worker, because many, in Korea towns, in Los Angeles, I have heard, those story that homeless become homeless who are Yale University. He was, Wall Street, really, Wall Street #1, the stockbrokers. He became homeless because of his friend. He invested a long place, and his friend make movie. He lost everything. He go to the homeless. So he can be able to work, right? He can be able to work again because he has experience. Even many professional jobs people, they still, when I go out, I meet Santa Monica, and then, Venice, and then downtowns. I met the homeless. They are really strong, their ethics, still even they are homeless, they are strong ethics. They want to go jobs, they want to looking for job, but problem is, we need really creation jobs through them. So a second, they can go right away. So that means if we give them, those job place, they cannot become homeless. We can prevention, and even they're homeless, we can find out those together. Before homeless or after homeless, who get able to work, we can get creation jobs through entrepreneur. So of course we need the entrepreneur support together, and non-profits together working through the program. And second, B category is become able to work. So that means that they not unskilled workers. They don't have any skills. But we can, make them to 6 months training. If they're looking for professional jobs, we can do like 1 year. But who gonna pay for that, right? Because those people really needed to, those homeless be category really be extra care, because they need a house to stay until, they go to the school, right? They needed to I think those B categories we needed to really support their relative or any shelter program, any or entrepreneur they're looking for a lump sum group of the workers like construction jobs and factory and simple jobs we can put them there and then 6 months intern program together so they can go to the nighttime to study and daytime they can work at the same time as intern and those entrepreneurs do not need to pay because they hire homeless. So it's their decision to, but this is not easy decision to them to hire homeless because they're homeless. They think like not secure, not safety because maybe a disease or maybe so many environment we have it, but those entrepreneurs giving opportunity to those homeless they did a great decision so we can 6 months or 1 year pre labors for them and then the homeless they will have a house from the employee or like shelter or any non-profit who are support those homeless the house programs so any or another thing is the homeless family because of many people they become homeless because they are dependent their family like example one of homeless he was dependent his mother but his mother died he ended up no one support him he become like homeless the divorce and the poor clothes and business clothes so those are things also we need to really consider to preventions homeless as well as I think dwelling of those homeless during those 6 months, 1 year, family need support. Maybe if relative or families they come back to their family member who are homeless and they can come back to home, we can tax credit because we're spending one homeless per years $60,000 per one homeless. We are spending, billion dollars to homeless programs. Still, the homeless rate is go up, never down. So we need a, family responsibility because, lots of homeless husband not respond to wife is not respond to husband. Parents not respond their kids children not respond their parents so we have the basic education to people avoid those prevention homeless and then also go back to we have to increase go back to the home that is a big catalog of people we can offer three catalog of people is cannot work at all because they have a mental disorder. They have a chronic substance abuse or they have problem. Those 36% homeless, those catalog. We are treat the same thing, ABC, same like policy, same treat. Everyone they treat is medical is burst. But the people does not think about medical is burst because A or B catalog people, they don't need medical. But our policies always say medical is first. And then second, the long policy that because they think is housing is first. Because people go to the housing, but still they don't have jobs. Who gonna support them? So President George Bush policy was homeless policy was the first housing.
He was he was a big advocate for home ownership, especially in the minority community. Now that we're getting close to running out of time a little bit, but I definitely wanted to. I was going to say, you mentioned partnering up with entrepreneurs and some nonprofits. So we're certainly going to have to. Of course, the federal government certainly does have the power to make jobs when they want to. It's certainly going to have to be some sort of public-private partnership to be able to get the unhoused and homeless to be able to get the skills and get the jobs. It's also going to be on the part of the entrepreneurs and some of the folks that they own homes and apartments and whatnot to be able to work with nonprofits and entrepreneurs and the people to be able to give them some affordable housing that they can actually stay in. But that's certainly the housing cost part is certainly one of the biggest major hurdles to why you have somebody homeless, and also the condition of some of the shelters sometimes is a reason why some folks may decide they don't even want to go to a shelter because they actually feel safer on the street or in their car than they do actually going to the homeless shelter. I'm going to finish.
The George Bush administrations, they really find out those housing is first things they can solve homeless problem. But the homeless problem is not solved. We giving housing, but still, lacks problem. If after they go to the housing, they still need a treatment. A lot of things to spending. It's a lot of spending. If we do housing first, means because we have to make affordable housing. And then, but those have a take time to build affordable housing. As you said, the shelter program is also, their cultural or their environment, they don't like to be there. So many, homeless people, they don't like be there. So we need to focus on not, housing. Housing is like a last one because they need to treat, and then they need they need a real employment, and then there is a housing. But now is every money go to the housing. The most money, go to the abundance, go to the housing. That is a really large problem. So housing is so important, but we should really American Rescue Plan Act 2021. So the 300 billions rescue funds will really solve a problem, homeless, but still homeless is always there. The fund is 350 billions rescue funds is really being money to, but the homeless rate is still not changing. So we have the spending real, those American Rescue Plan Act 2020, those they are issuing 7,000 emergency housing vouchers, but still, we spending one homeless 50,000 and 60,000 per year. How many homeless we have? Lots of homeless in California. All the taxpayers cost. Homeless not pay nothing even 1 cent. We have the taxpayer have to pay for their treatment, their employment, their housings, all the deliberation of their service, their product, those all the things, we spending those 350 billions. Where is money coming? That is for taxpayers' money. So we need to really solve this problem. Even they have a housing, without jobs, they can't survive. Even they have a treatment, they healthy, they get a housing without jobs. So we have the entrepreneur support. Who gonna creation jobs, start a business, and entrepreneurs. So I've been like a 28 years entrepreneur and non-profit CEO, job creation, always starting startup business. I think everything is really important. Everything, because they lost jobs, become homeless. That is number one cause. So we have to solve those problems. Yeah.
Right. And of course, we definitely want to solve it because oftentimes when someone gets in a really desperate situation, they might start looking towards a life of crime. So quickly, you said that crime is also a top emergency in California. Can you tell us some of your policies and solutions to solve it?
So my climate issues now is California and America, especially California, New York's climate is 750%. Climate is go ups, as well as Santa Monica, Venice in California, South California, in Los Angeles. Homeless crimes go up so many. So and then also we already talking about defunded police matter. So and then those are I want to talk about my story about crime I had experience. First, when I came in America, I had a director of California, Mirage Cosmetic. I go to all over South California, North California, put in the nail polish and the lipstick, a big, display, still there in the, the Walgreen or Late Aid. So, and small business. So one day I went down to Inglewood area. I'm really surprised, when I driving my behind the, passenger seat, left hand passenger seat window is broken. So I stopped my car, came out from car, and I'm asking what's happened here. The people said to me, someone wants to kill you. This street, every Friday people had a gangs. They shot the guns, but nobody come here stop this crime. This is since many, many years. You are lucky. You save you are lucky people because most people they are deaths here. So, but still claim is there. I have those experience. Another experience I have. I learning credit card processing company. Those street nearby Adams and South. My client who very very working hard, and he opened a sushi restaurant. So we had like a team to sales team to technology team. So we heard from those we need to close those accounts because of one day someone bring the gun and kill those client. So client he was working hard, no innocent persons. Someone bring guns and then kill those business owners. I have those experience. And another my experience is I'm working as pastor at the church. So when I came in America, I had a counseling people, drug addictions, and then lifted I was counseling one lifted Korean ladies that are about ages 50. She was a younger age, like before even teenager, because she adopted from Korea, from the America, from Opan. So she was going to a young age, go to the working at a bar at the New York's, and then one day, someone, the bring the gun, and then the person who follow her, she take a train, follow her, and in front of her house or nearby house is a dark place. Putting the gun her head, raped her. She had those experience. After that, she cannot live normal life. I was counseling because I was pastor, and maybe 2 months, 3 months, we have program to, had a voluntary work, those center, coming, those kind of people. So this is, in my life, I had so many experience through other people's, claim in California. This is really big issues. So my policy now is many people, they are even, they are even claim that, those people who are, the law is, they, if like even, I go out, I talk business owners, they call police, they are really not coming on times. The people stealing their product, and then people even kill them. Many in South California, there is all of the use, broken window, and people like, had a gun and shot the gun, business owners. So my policy is make secure those business place, and there we have those different power, police power, as well as law enforcement, as well as security guys. We have store security guys, secure those store. But the problem is in California, they don't need that much giving training for the security guys. We need to have a more strict security guys can able to, have some kind of secure those, the place. Only security guys, power is only had something happen, look at the product and look at those something happening, report, not like a police, not like law enforcement.
Yeah, right.
So
And from my knowledge, when I was living for a while in California, you could actually get those security licenses in like 2 hours. You really didn't need like much training. And of course, like all a security person could do is really like look and call the police if something happened.
yeah, so if I become senator, that's good point. We have the more in business, maybe have funded those security program that able to hire more security. Because now, as you said, 2 weeks, they can get that. They don't have power. As well as most security had 4 jobs, they don't survive through one job, security jobs. They have like another job, another job. So they don't really something happening crime their store. They don't want to like action. They cannot like action police. They cannot like action those law enforcement. They can only just stand up, just look at them, maybe, call police or report, as well as they don't get that much funded. They don't want to do, they don't want to do really voluntarily involving those crime situations. We need more support business those security program government able to fund to those business like many traffics, big malls. There we only see one security guys, or even no security guys. So the consumer client really had a risk go to the business place. So we need those more training security guys, more authority security guys, and more salary paid to. They can really proud of be security, but they don't. So thus, another things, even a business owner call the police. The person is even there is a lot of burglary and so they broken all the windows and they take all the product, but they find and the police, they are not the person, they not go to the jail because they are not prosecute those peoples. We have to prosecute those people, go to the jail, but because in government, California and many states, because of they don't have enough jail systems to everyone put there. Some state like 1,000 less something lost. They are not prosecuted. They are not go to jail. Even they know. But example is someone who are still product. That is large cost. We have the jail cost, court cost, police time cost. And then all the things is from those citizens pay tax. Everything we mentioned today, crime, homeless, that's all the money from those who are pay tax. Right? That is a regular claim, but a homeless claim, once people they want to go to the many homeless, they intentionally doing claim because they don't want to stay at the street. So they do a claim, maybe stealing or small minor claim or big claim. Now it's all over the place in TV. Even 2 days ago, I see the TV in New York Street, even Korean ambassador, the person who are, no one knows that who is the homeless, even they don't know him, he doesn't know him, beat, even ambassadors, Korean ambassadors, because he looks like Chinese or looks like Korean, like Asians claim. So those homeless, claim is so serious in California and all over the place. If those homeless go to the jail, they like because they don't have money, they stealing food. So then police come in and then they arrest you, right? And then they go to the court and they go to the stay in police and go to the jails per years, 50 $1,000 up to $100,000 per person's cost for bring those jail systems, put in the homeless. So this is really where we need to spending money. We have to secure our own life. Also, school need to secure the most, school our next generations. They are study, at their school during daytimes, but after they have finished school like 3 and 6 p.m.s, more juvenile climbs there because of not enough security guy at the schools, not enough afternoon school program. They can hold them. Every children is behind, as well as secure for the college. We have to really college student everywhere. We have TV from Texas, Seattle, and Washington. Every place is a claim, at the church, even church worship time, like pastors, senior pastors, kidnappings and then killed it. And then many people bring the church, firearms. So we have really secure ourselves I'm a Republican support those firearms and have the firearms ourselves, protect ourselves, as well as our systems, those I already mentioned, those security guys need a more powerful, more secure business schools. And then that's problem is because of there. I think we need to really solve those. One of the solving problem is tax money saving those crime. We have to using security guys. We have to put the funds, security guys funds. We have the special training schools for government learning for security guy, helping police. Policemen is shortage. Police defunded the police because the police and we have to have more police academy. We have to more like a benefit for police. We have to support the local police station. We are really not gratitude their service because many people we pay tax. They have to do. No way. I think that if I be senator, I'm going to program those supporting police. Maybe we can give tax deductions, supporting programs, or send it to their kids to police academic schools. We need more police and more police to be proud of themselves in a higher wage because the police is people's killed and murdered and so many things happen in the world now, but we don't really give that much to many funds for them. They need a best healthy proud healthy supported as police. They are healthy, we can be healthy too. So I think I will support those to do those and then also most important things that we have find out examples. We have so many examples through policies, failed policy or success policy. Like I mentioned, 1990 Jimmy Carter's inflation, and next president Donald Reagan's is solve those problems with a good policy. He find out how to do it, how to find out problem, how to solve those problems, how to make policy. The most important is the leadership, is schooling, innovation leadership. So, we need to know the politics leaders now. They have a policy, they have example, but they don't have a schooling, innovation skill to those policies. So we need those kind of leaderships. I think I can do it. I have a business background. I have a, legal background, real estate background. All the I have went to law school, business school, and accounting, economic, educations, every issues, I studied up. Even since 2019, I was learning of candidate office, 2019 Congress, District 3rd, and for election 2020, March 3rd. So, since that, I went to Harvard and studied almost 2019, 2021, 20 to 4 years in the even Walter Business School, FinTech, and even MIT artificial intelligence and all the robotics, all the things I learning, because of I'm not kind of just sit down political candidate who are just looking for the next level of position, or looking for the paid and loyal and then power authority. I'm not. I'm a pastor in all my life since 19 years old. This is my client. I serve 28 years fintech company, real estate company, legal service company. I have a service mind. This is my after service, because I'm just learning business, be quiet, all things. But we're gonna, in Bible said it, go to the extra miles. If there's someone asking 5 miles, go to 10 miles. As I'm a candidate of U.S. Senator. Now today's, many political leaders, we don't have to trust people because there is different way to approach what they say A and they do B. So, but to me, I'm one of you. I am one of you because I'm a business owner. I'm an educator. I'm a wife. I'm a, spiritual mother. I am just one of you. I can be voice of you. So that's my main point. I want to tell the borrower. Yeah.
Yeah, we certainly have a lot of accomplishments and have a very broad and diverse background that can certainly help serve this country well. So we talked about a lot today: inflation, talked about the homeless crisis, talked about crime in California, and a lot of your policies and your background. Where can people find more information about your campaign, and how can they support you?
The campaign is not just learning by myself. This is your issue. This is my issue. So first of all, we have June 7th, it's voting date. The most important people, they can select their readers, who are really had a good message, who are really good voice to, really we can make everyone same policy, but you gotta have to see who can really imply at the markets, who can able to accomplish those policies. So we have many candidates learning U.S. Senator right now, different background, different experience. So I am, I think the one thing at this point, COVID-19, business is need more supported. The next generation education need more support. And then, more secure. Homelessness need, solve the problem. Because I'm a pastor, my own life also served homeless many years, And then, so I'm the successful businesswoman, next generation educator as also first immigration. Now California need an immigration voice. So I think everything is I'm a very feasible to sound good candidate. So I just want you guys to visit my website www.drsarahliewforcongress.com, and as well as I have several campaign website that will be posting more. And then as well as when you go to the website, the bottom of their Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter's, many YouTube channel watching this. You need to know you needed to know, who is the candidate, what candidate thinking. So I need your support to my campaign, to, you know, your voice. I am represent your voice to go to the, Senate. When I become co-senator, I become your ears, I become your mouth, I become your eyes, I become your hands. So you have to really choose your hands, your eyes, your lips, your ears, to who can really best represent for you, best service guarantee. Because all positions in Senate, you give authority, the authority had a service, but different persons, different service. So I can really, this is a senator, I became senator, I can really give best service for among, many other senator, also many candidate. So vote for me and possibly donation my campaign and $20, $10, 500, 2,000, whatever maximum amount donation. Because last my election, I never asking donation because, now we have emergency. So if for example, you have emergency family members, who are COVID, you don't have money to go to send him to the hospital. You call everywhere to, I need money to send my mother to, to the healing those COVID. Same thing. Now is a political, those positions is emergency, everywhere emergency, inflations, crimes, homelessness. This is a really, we have emergency issues. So, I can be your voice. I can be your voice. I know your pain and I know your suffering because of those crime, because of those inflation, because of those homeless. So please, donations, that it will help to, I can go out, spread my message. I can advertise, I can send a prayer, I can helping, people to those town meetings. So I want to be really voice of you. So, and also pray for, today's government, pray for America, pray for, president, pray for all the, senators or Congress, House representatives. They need a more like your pray to support, as well as include the candidates. So they are not, they are unable to fight without your praise, without your voice, because California need to go back to, really biblical values. I'm a pastor. I think that I can make next generations, go back to biblical value, and then, this state needed to really fix, really change it. So you need, leaders who can be your voice. I think I can do it.
All right, well, you certainly made your case, and the voters certainly have a good candidate to choose from this coming up primary, which is going to happen in June. Dr. Sarah Liew, thank you so much.
Thank you so much coming my show and interview together. Thank you.